different ethical considerations when working with investor clients from the viewpoint of their needs have to come before yours. The person who is in it for a quick commission will show them whatever they want to see, regardless of whether the property may actually be good for them or not. The ethical realtor looks at a long-term relationship, looks at the goals of the person, and fits the property that those people want to see into what their actual goals are, as opposed to just showing them anything. Any realtor out there who is working with residential buyers and would like to start an investor clientele has to be aware that they are harder to deal with. They are harder to get into in that they expect you to know certain things. They have to be fully educated in terms of all aspects of the market to deal with the investor. If you deal with an investor buyer, you have to know fire code, you have to know occupancy, you have to know tenancy acts, you have to know everything behind it, because you will get hard questions. So anyone wishing to change from a residential aspect to an investor aspect has to make sure that their knowledge is in place to deal with the investor buyer. Otherwise they will have an issue. Realtors would like to know if there is more financial gain from dealing with an investor buyer than a residential buyer, and I can answer that by saying maybe. That has a lot to do with you as an individual, with your relationship with the person, and your goals as a realtor. I do the best that I can for any of my people, whether they're residential buyers or investor buyers. You have more loyalty with a satisfied investor buyer than you do with a residential buyer. A residential buyer will forget you in a year to 2 years if you do not keep in constant touch. An investor buyer has a goal. If you deal with them and they are successful in what they want to achieve with you, they will never forget you and call upon you time and time and time again. Now that time may be spaced apart or it may be close, depending on the investor. It can be very lucrative provided you remember what you're doing with the people and you know what you're doing with them, so that they are always satisfied and they reach their goals.